This is going to be a piano tutorial for the song Clean by Natalie. The song is originally in the key of G flat, but we're going to do it in the key of G today. It's in 6/8 time, so it's important to kind of keep a swing feel to the song. So there's going to be two main chord progressions that we need to know. And the first one is going to be E minor 7th to a C second chord to a G to a B minor 7th. So your E minor 7th is going to look like this. And you can do octaves if you want, or you can just do one note with your left hand. I prefer doing octaves because I think it sounds fuller. So you're going to play an E with your left, and then basically a G chord without the B in your right hand, to a C second, which is just a C with your left, and then a G, C, and a D in your right, to a normal G chord, and then to a B7, which is a B root in your left hand, and then an inverted D chord in your right hand, F sharp, A, and D. And then you're basically just going to kind of pulse with your right thumb on count 4 of each one of these measures. So the first 4 measures of the introduction sound like this. That also happens to be the first 8 measures of the verses as well. So we'll go ahead and play through the first 8 measures of the verse. Now if you're following along with the words, that was I see shattered, you see whole, I see broken, but you see beautiful. So now there's a slight variation when we get to and you're helping me to believe. So instead of an E minor 7th, we're just going to go to an E minor, to the C second, to a G, and then instead of a B minor 7th, we're going to go up to a D. So that's and you're helping me to believe. And then you're restoring me piece by piece. You're going to go down to an A minor 7th, which is an A with your left, and then a G, C, and a D in your right, to a D, and then to a G. And then you're going to stay on that G, but you're going to drop your thumb to an F sharp for that 4th measure there. So the whole verse sounds like this. So that's the verses, and now we're going to, both the verses are the same, and now we're going to do the chorus, which is a different chord progression. So it's going to be a G over C to a D to a G to kind of a D over an E variation chord. And there's arpeggios here in the recording of the song. And if you want to do those, that's fine. If you don't, and you just want to just kind of keep pulsing with the chords that the style that we've been doing, that's absolutely fine as well. It'll give it more of an acoustic feel. And if you're singing, you can work that out and build the song as you need to. But we're gonna do the arpeggios here, so it's gonna be a C over G, which you're gonna do a C with your left hand, and then a G chord with your right hand. So to a D, and that D kind of has like the F sharp it's a little bit of an inverted D, but it's still a D, to a G, to kind of it's a weird D over E. So you got an E with your left hand, So again, I'll do that slow. And then the next four measures, you're going to do the G over C again, to a D, just like last time, but now this time you're going to go to an E minor. And you're going to kind of jump your hands. You can actually do whatever variation of that E minor that you want to with the arpeggio. And then the next measure is going to be a G over B with a slight. So you're going to go A, B, D, B, D, B. So those four measures look like this. And again, you can do those chords if you want to. That's fine. And then the next four, C over G to a D to a G to that D over E. So it's just like the first four measures of the chorus. And then you're going to do G over C to a D. And then you're just back to that intro part that we did. So it's the E minor 7th to a C second to a G. Then you're just going to go to a D. And then you're set up to do verse 2 and then do the chorus all over again. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the bridge, which is actually a really similar chord progression to the chorus that we just came from, with one minor difference. And if you're following with the words, we're at wash in the blood of your sacrifice, your blood flowed red and made me white, my dirty rags are purified, I am clean. And now that's kind of like the ending of the song that happens quite a few times, but it happens twice during what we'll call the bridge, where you'll end up playing this part of the song. You'll play this chord progression a total of 4 times. And the chord progression again is G over C to D to G to D over E. So it's going to go like this. Now if you'll notice, what's different there is when you're playing a G chord with your right hand, if you jump up to the B, so it kind of mirrors the vocal part that's happening there. And you can do that if you want to, or you can leave it out, it doesn't matter. Do that chord progression 4 times there, and then what we have is kind of like the second bridge, which kind of trails off to the end, which is just power chords, which is what you're going to end up playing. You're just going to play 6 counts of each one of these chords, and sometimes it changes on the 4th count, like here. So aside from that screw up there at the end, that's how it goes. So your chord progression is going to be C major 7th to a D6 to a G, and you're going to do a D over E to an E minor, back to C major 7th to D6 to a G to a D to an E minor to a B minor over a D. You can do if you don't want to do those full chords here is just to work on to do your octaves. it's up to you, but the chord progression there at the end is gonna, is gonna follow that, and then on that last "Oh, you washed me," I like to do kind of like pull it back because the song's really coming to an end there, and the vocal part is, and you're gonna just kind of taper out with the intro as well. So we'll do that whole last bridge section, and I'll just play it, and you can play along and just really kind of start to pull it back there towards the end. Just going to do the intro, which is your E minor 7 to C2 to G to B minor to E minor 7 or E minor to your C2 to your G, and then go to a D, and then just end on a G. And whatever variation of a G chord that you want to play there is going to be fine for the ending. So I hope this was helpful, hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them down below, I'll try to respond, and look forward to more tutorials and videos on this channel. Thanks, have a great day.